Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Detroit Lions. Here's the former Florida Gator, Eddie Pinheiro, to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, set. 56. Check 56. I got it. Hey, Alpha. Mike 56. Mike 56. Now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 36 yards on the play. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long.
56, the mark, boy, 56. Check 56. Army. Mike 56, Mike 56. We don't want this. Hey, Foxtrot. Mike. Check that.
Now back to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 13. Hey, Haywood. Mike 56. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
132 fighter. I smell fear in that offense.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
218, chop it. Get it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the foot.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown, and the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And Darnold just beating the play clock. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive, and they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here we go. 56, let's go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Ready.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Topper!
2nd and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll drop the throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The ball resting on their own 5 here as they come up to the line on 2nd and long. Now it's Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. 95 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watch the twist. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, high 7. Ready.
2nd and 4. Pryor has it complete. 20. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to regain the lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. They begin this drive with Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check 15. Check 15.
A run for Nick Chubb. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offense. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Hey. 4 down.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Protein spill. 56. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Smooth.
Looking to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Knight. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, zoom.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Well, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
6-6, pull it high. Mike, 57. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Out, 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 out. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Set. 60 or. Greystone travel. Now.
2nd and 3. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, Delta. Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Dude.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Out there now, the lefty Tavecchio for the Falcon field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half, they'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Faking the give, Darnold. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time, and that'll bring up second down.
15 yards to go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Come on, QB, come on.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before the break. Darnold, he's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And again, it's Chubb. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now Chubb. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm coming.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Bravo. 56. Mott's 56. Ready?
Now this time he'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce him, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47.
Hey, exit. On the ball. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Rip left.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Let's go, D. 53's the Mike. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, pick your game up. Five. 53's the Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike, 53.
Now back to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
56. Blue down. 56 the Mike.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
8 yards on the pickup.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the ground, it's Chubb. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They go with Chubb on second down. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back now at Ford Field. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Looking to throw on second down. Darnold completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go, son. 58, come on. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
On second down at 4. Darnold. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Here's Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Lions 27, Jets 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
He's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hey, watch the lane. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Night, sweetheart.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it?
And he loses the football a second time. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Mike, 58, right there. He's tired of winning.
Chubb will get the call running left. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Outside. 58 for Mike. Wildfield.
Darnold from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. So obviously that one really hurts not to be able to convert. But this one's not over yet, Charles. Look at the clock, and then also 2 timeouts still left for him.
And if I'm coaching the defense, I think I'm going all out. And what I mean by that is nothing but pressure packages going at them. I'm going to force them on offense to kind of gamble a little bit because I will leave openings, all right? You can sting me.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevens. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Darnold. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time. 1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off of play action, Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Push him back. Push him back.
Here's Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. Darnold on 1st down. Quick hitch, complete. It's Stevens. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Darnold to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Now it's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for Detroit, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.